There is the importance of cultural heritage in being part of a tribe that welcomes us, embraces us, offers us a sense of home and belonging, all of which also were part of Frida's life and art. She reminds us that we all have roots, that we all have a tribe, and that it is good to embrace it and express it as part of our sacred service. My name is Annette, and this is Project Refine Life. Welcome to my channel. Part of my sacred service is sharing my Latin decks along the way, my Latin-inspired or themed decks. So I started out with the tarot, and then I shared oracle and a few more tarot decks. And now this time around is going to be all about books for brujas or brujos or brujex. I'm going to shorten my context by just saying books for brujas, just for time's sake. I don't have a lot of time today, so I'm going to rush through this. I wanted to bring this deck out because in one of my prior videos, I believe it was the tarot video, I shared this particular deck and I stated that Gabby Angus West was not a Latina, and I am so wrong, because in this particular guidebook, she states that she's from Argentina. So my apologies, Gabby. I adore your deck and I love your work. So thank you so much for bringing this beautiful deck to life. I love it. Thank you so much. So let's start with Juliet Diaz. We all know Juliet Diaz from the Seasons of the Witch Oracle and also the Earthcraft Oracle. She has 3 books out currently, and I wouldn't be surprised if she's working on another one. But these 3 books by her are just wonderful books, and I'm so happy to have each one of them within my collection. This goes into plants, this goes into witchery, and this is Working on Yourself, which is a wonderful book to start off with. I like this book a lot. This next grouping is by Erica Buenaflor. She is a curandera, and in one of my other videos I shared the Meso American Oracle deck. Now these are the 4 books that she currently has out, which are the Cleansing Rites of Curandismo, the Sacred Energies of the Sun and Moon, Animal Medicine, and also Soul Retrieval. Now I mentioned them in that particular order because if you do not have her books and you are interested in getting them, I would suggest this one first, then the Sun and the Moon, then the Animal Medicine, and then the Soul Retrieval. I believe that she is working on an ancestral medicine type book, and I'm very anxious to see that one come through. This next grouping has to do with the rites of the Monarchy, which are from Peru. Now, this book was written, and it's all about, of course, the Monarchy. This is from Alberto Bololo. This is by Marcela Lobos, and this is a woman's journey to self-discovery through the medicine wheel. This is a great book. So these are all referencing the Monarchy and that type of healing. This next book is Curandismo, the Art of Traditional Medicine Without Borders, the 2nd edition. There are 2 available. I suggest this one because this one is the one that really talks about healing and the way that the healing is done and describes the actual healing methods, if you're interested in finding out more about that. This next grouping is all about healing, but almost with a story or through storytelling, which is a beautiful way to learn because it really does engage you rather than just talking about do this, now do this, now do this. So these 2 are wonderful books. These 3 books are all about healing with remedies, so recipe books. So this is the Rainforest Home Remedies, and this is the Mayan way to heal your body and replenish your soul. Fantastic book. It has a beautiful section on working with the womb and healing the womb. This is Healing in Herbs and Rituals in Mexican Tradition. And this is Earth Medicines. She's a local here in Arizona, so I'm always glad to talk about her book. And I know that she's writing another one, so I'm anxious to see what she comes up with next. You may have heard me speak a few times on Mayan astrology. So these are the books within my collection that have to do with Mayan astrology. 2 of them are by Kenneth Johnson, Jaguar Wisdom, Mapping Your Inner Cosmos, and then also Living in Sacred Time. I'm almost thinking that I have another book out here and I just don't know where it's at. These particular authors are all kind of put into the same type of category. So we have the Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. We have Sergio Magaña with the Toltec Secrets, Dreaming Practices of the Ancient Mexicans. If you are interested in that type of aspect, of the dreaming aspects that the ancient Mexicans practice, then this is the book for you. And then we have The Magical Passes by Carlos Castañeda, which refers to postures. So this one also gets into some postures. I think just one specifically. But also, Don Miguel Ruiz, his son now writes books and has some pretty good ones out there as well. I think I have most of them on my Kindle. The next book is The Four Elements of the Wise, and this is all about working with the earth, air, water, and fire by Ivo Dominguez Jr. Fantastic writer, fantastic book. If you would like to get more familiar with the gods and symbols of ancient Mexico and the Maya, then I suggest looking for this book. I don't know how available it is. I've had it for a while and I can't remember, but as you can see, it has a really nice index in here and it is full of illustrations, it is full of pictures, and full of information. Our last three books here are all about brujeria. So we have The Modern Art of Brujeria, American Brujeria, and I think a lot of people are familiar with this book here. And then Brujas, The Magic and Power of Witches of Color. So I'm going to wrap up this video the same way that I started it, with a quote from the guidebook of the Tarot Avatara by Gabby Angus West. I find it beautiful that as we move into a more globally inclusive reality, we are shifting from division between cultures to embrace each other through art, music, dance. This is not something we should argue about, but actually encourage. We sometimes forget that we are all one, and that these artistic mediums awaken in each of us the true language of humanity, beauty, and love. Thank you so much for joining me through Hispanic Heritage Month. I appreciate you. I wish you the best. With much love, I will see you later.